A little bird told me that you don't have that many goals for spring and you're actually feeling quite uninspired. Is that true? If what that little bird told me is true and you are feeling uninspired about your spring goals, let me help you out by sharing my own goals and hopefully that can inspire you or give you ideas for goals. I don't really know. But let's just honestly dive right in. My first one is to become more well spoken. I want to be able to properly convey what I'm thinking without sounding dumb. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to perfectly put my thoughts into words. This is something that I struggle with. I tend to mumble quite a bit. I really am a mumbler and it's a problem. It's a really big problem. My next goal for this spring is to change my hair. Um, my hair is such a source of suffering for me. It really is such a problem for no reason. I don't really know why I have so many problems with my hair. But I actually I do know. I do know why. It's because a myriad of reasons that you actually don't really care about. Lately, I've just been feeling and this isn't really lately actually, this has been going on for months, where I will feel like every single day is a bad hair day. And it really, that many consecutive bad hair days, it does something to a person's psyche. It really just tears you down physically, mentally, emotionally, just makes you really spiritually, it tears you down. It's really just not that great of a time. Looking for a way to get out of that purgatory, my goal is to change my hair. I don't think I'm going to dye my hair anymore because I recently went through a little bit of a crisis where I bleached my hair multiple times, many rounds of bleach, probably maybe 6 rounds of bleach. I know, but there were conditions in between, so it wasn't super bad. But I bleached, then I dyed it bright red for one day, only one day, because I look like Ronald McDonald. I don't think I'm gonna dye my hair anymore, but I maybe do want to try a different haircut because I don't know, I feel like I've had the same hairstyle for quite some time. So I think perhaps a different hairstyle is definitely in my cards for this spring, and maybe in your cards too. Hmm? Maybe. Okay. My next goal is to read more books. I loved reading books as a child. In middle school, I literally would eat books for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you guys know the Aragon series, I literally read that in 4th grade. So I was crazy and unhinged, and I was really bored. So I just read books literally 24/7. I was that one kid that would walk down the hall reading a book in a crowded hallway, in between periods. The story can wait. But 5th grade me did not know that. The stories were just so engaging and so captivating. And I'm trying to get back to that level of being completely entranced in the world of literature. Recently, I've been reading a lot of graphic novels and comic books and things of that nature. And I don't have any shame in that. And people might be like, oh, a graphic novel is not a real book. But to me, it is a book because there's words and you turn the page. Alrighty, so my next goal for this spring is to apply to a volunteer abroad program. Now you might be asking me, Sam, what the flip-flap paddywhack does that mean? Well, let me tell you and explain it to you because this is something that I think about so frequently that it really, what's the thing that the kids are saying? It's my Roman Empire. I think about it every single day. Honestly, well, maybe not almost every single day, but very close to every single day. So there's this one program that I've been looking at doing for a while called World Packers, which basically, okay, so you volunteer at these places. It's usually hostels, or there can be farms. There's more options too, but hostels and farms are the first ones that come to mind. And basically you volunteer and work at these places, and the host of the hostel or whatever, in exchange they will give you free room and board, so you can live there for free but you just have to volunteer like 4 hours a day I'm saying like that's the best thing ever. That's the best thing ever. And you really like you can go on the website and you can choose a location and you can go there. Okay, I also don't know about visa though, because that's where it gets a little bit complicated for me and a little bit murky water. Like, I'm not sure how the visa process works for a lot of these countries, but it can't be that bad, right? Like, a lot of people are doing World Packer, and there's also Workaway, which is very similar, just volunteer abroad for room and board. I dedicate a lot of time to thinking about volunteering abroad, so that's why it made it to this list, because it really is one of my main goals right now, is to go and experience another culture while I still can and I'm not super tied down by like a job or a family. I don't know. And my last goal on this list is to touch grass. More specifically, limiting time on social media. I have noticed personally the effects that social media has taken on me. I know the brain rot that it oh my gosh, that was the brain rot. I feel like for me personally, the biggest issue is TikTok. But also it's not like that much of an issue because I really do love TikTok. Like, I'm passionate about TikTok so much. TikTok is a love of mine, but it also is an enemy and a hater to my mental health. Like, TikTok is the tick op. I also realized how much time I'm wasting on TikTok and how I could use that time, like how I could allocate it to something way more productive. I could be literally doing anything else. Like, I could be reading a book, I could be making a craft, I could be baking a cake, or I don't know. I could be calling a friend, I could be going on a walk. Like, there's so many different options for me to do, and all too often me, and definitely you too, probably choose to scroll on social media. It's okay sometimes, but it's also like when it's your go-to and it seems like you're not making the choice to go on social media and it's just something that you lean on when you, I don't know, you feel uncomfortable or you have free time, it's not the most productive thing. It can become kind of like a pacifier, and then we form like a dependency on social media. So it's never really good to be dependent on anything other than food, water, and love from others. So yes, these are my main goals for the spring. Becoming more well-spoken. My plan for this is to read more, talk to others, get out of my hole, touch grass, and also trial and error. Like, I know being a well-spoken, eloquent person does not happen overnight. So it's definitely going to be a gradual process, but I'm going to get there eventually. I'll become the most well-spoken person on earth. Next, change hair. This is probably going to be a hairstyle change or a haircut change, not a hair color change, because my hair has been through so much trauma, and I'm not really looking to put it into any more distress, but we'll see. Really, who knows? I might put it into more distress. Next, I want to read more books, apply to a volunteer abroad program. I will be applying. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I will be applying to a semester. A volunteer abroad program at some point this spring. Mark my words, I will. The final goal I have on my list for today that we went over is to touch grass and limit time on social media, because remember, it is the devil. Yes, I really do want to touch grass and feel the breeze on my face again, because social media has stolen so much time from us as a generation. And we must revolt. We must revolt. Okay, those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are my 5 goals for this spring that I think are pretty attainable and can possibly give you more ideas to up your game and elevate this spring. Because I don't know, I feel like spring is the season of like flourishing and just really springing into what we are meant to be doing as people. Like, it's really like a season of growth. I'm going to be leaving you now. I actually have plans to go to a book sale. I'm going to go to this hotel. They're hosting like a book sale that's going on for several days. And I will be going, and I will be snatching up a really mysterious book. Maybe not mysterious, but informative, maybe silly, really just whatever like catches my eye. I went to it last year and there was a lot of options and a lot of people. Like, it was so crowded. Hopefully it's not super crowded again this year, but if it is, I'm gonna weave around the bodies to find my book. But yeah, the book sale was pretty good. I got one book, just a singular book. I saw some people, I came, I conquered, I left. Thank you for watching. I'll try to upload more. I'm not the most consistent, but I will try. I will try because the grind does not stop, and I don't stop. Bye. Thanks for watching. Oh, thanks for watching. Bye now. I'm gonna go. Just like be more elevated and thrive than I've ever been before.